welcome to Soul Budgets. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're returning, hey, what's up? Welcome back. Thank you so much for continuing to support my channel and my videos. I'm so happy that you're here. And if you are new, hey girl, welcome. I'm really excited for you to join me today. I'm going to be doing my debt payoff plan. This is going to be my plan for 2021. So I'll get more detail into it here in a moment, but pretty much I have 3 debts that I'm focusing on to pay off this year. I had 5 at the beginning of the year, and now I'm down to 3, and 1 is practically paid off. Thank the Lord. But I do want to say before I begin that, I am not a financial advisor. This is just what works for me. My method, it may not work for everybody. You may also get a little lost when I start to do my calculations, but let me not do too much talking so we go ahead and get right into it. So I'm going to open up to my debt tab. Okay, so this is my debt payoff plan sheet. This is one that I've created that just kind of works for how I budget. I like to do my math and see my math. For some reason, doing the calculations is just very therapeutic for me. So I'll just like to do that whenever I'm figuring out my plan. I'm going to go ahead and fill out today's date. And my total debt is $11,074.49. The amount that I plan to pay off in 2021 is only a portion of this amount, okay? First, I'm going to start with my Macy's card. These are all going to be credit cards. This currently has a balance of only $62.80. I'm not going to pay my minimum payment. I'm just going to pay the full balance of $62.80. Okay, and my goal is to have this paid off in July. That's when the next payment is scheduled to come out. Right here is where I would put, how much I'm paying extra on the debt, and then the total amount that I'm paying per month. But since this one is such a low balance, I'm just going to put it just like that and leave it be. So the big debts that I'm working on, the first one is going to be my Chase debt. This credit card has a balance of $1,430.80. I have a minimum payment of $80 for this card. This is the amount that I set to come out each month with auto pay. I think my regular minimum payment is around $30 to $40, but at the beginning of the year I changed it to $80 whenever I did my first payoff plan, and I just continuing that throughout the rest of the year. So now I want to figure out what my extra payments amount will be, so that way I can have this paid off by the end of 2021. So paid off by 2022. For this amount, this is where my calculations come in. To begin with, I'm going to figure out how much I'm going to pay off by the end of the year from just paying my minimum balance. So we have 7 months left in the year, so I'm going to times 7 by 80. That's going to equal 560. So this is my minimum payment times the amount of months I have left to pay off my balance by my goal. So at the end of 2021, if I were to only pay my minimum payment, I would have paid off $560. So to see what that balance would then be, I'm going to subtract that from $1,430.80 minus 560. That's going to equal 870.8. So at the end of 2021, if I was to only pay my minimum payment, I would have a balance of around $870.80, give or take. This card does have APR. I'm not going to calculate my exact amount of APR, but I am going to use an average of what I get monthly, just for the purpose of figuring out my calculation, but I'll do that here in a moment. So now that we have this number, this is the balance once again that I would have at the end of 2021 if I were to only pay my minimum payment. I'm going to figure out how much I need to pay each paycheck to cover this balance before next year. So I'm going to divide this number by 14 because I have 14 paychecks left in the year. So 870.8 divided by 14. That's going to equal $62.20. So I will need to pay at least $62.20 each paycheck to help cover this full balance by 2022. So now here's where that APR comes into play. I'm gonna say with my Chase card, I have about 15%, I would say 15%. Oh my goodness, y'all. $15 is going to be my average that I'm going to use for my calculation. I know I'm not going to have $15 each month. I know that the balance is going to get lower, or not the balance. As the balance gets lower, my interest will get lower. This is just an average for the math. So we're going to times that 15 by 7. That's 105, and the 7 represents the amount of months we have left. So I'm going to take this 105 and now divide it by 14 to figure out how much each paycheck I would need to contribute to cover this amount. So 105 divided by 14, that is $750. So now I'm going to add the $750 to the $62.20. And that is going to equal $69.70. So this number right here is going to be what I use for my extra payment each paycheck. Okay, I hope I didn't lose you all. I know I was a little bit over the place. This is my second time recording this video, and it is 2 in the morning, so I apologize, y'all, if I start to ramble a little bit, or if I start going a little off tracks, but I'm gonna try to keep it as clear as I can. Now that I have what I need as my extra payment, I'm just going to round that up to the next whole dollar, so $70 per paycheck. Just to break down what we just did, if I pay $70 each paycheck in addition to my $80 monthly minimum, I will be able to pay off my balance of $1,430.80 by the end of this year. That's what this calculated for us. Each month, I like to know how much I'm paying towards a debt. So I'll be paying $80 once a month and $70 twice a month. and that will be $220 going towards Chase to help get this paid off. Now I'm going to go ahead and move right on to the next one. This is the last debt I'm planning to have paid off this year. I do still have 3 other debt accounts aside from these that will move into a higher priority after I get these paid off. I'm going to go ahead and put my Discover card. This currently has a balance of $2,416.19. My minimum payment is $88. This, I set that amount as well at the beginning of the year, and it's just going to carry on out. And now let's figure out what I need for my extra payment. So I'm going to start the same way. I'm going to multiply my minimum payment by the amount of months I have remaining. So 88 times 7. That's going to equal 616. So by the end of 2021, if I just pay this minimum payment, I would have paid off $616. That would then make my balance around $1,800.19. So if I was to only pay off my minimum payment each month for the rest of the year, I would have roughly, give or take, $1,800.19 still remaining. To figure out how much I would need to pay extra per paycheck to cover this amount, I'm going to divide it by 14. That equals $128.59. So each paycheck, I need to pay this amount in order to help cover this balance before the new year. I know I keep saying that, but I'm trying to make sure that you all can follow along with me and not get lost in the numbers there. So now that I have this amount, I'm going to go ahead and calculate my average for my interest. For Discover, I'm going to say that the average is going to be 20. And I'm going to go ahead and multiply that by 7 since we have 7 months remaining in the year. And that's going to equal up to 140. So in all technicality, I probably will not get $140 in interest, but I most definitely could. But this is just to make sure that I have enough coming out of my payments to make sure that balance is covered in full. Now I'm going to take the 140 and divide that by 14. Okay, so 140 divided by 14. That's going to equal 10. So I need to pay at least $10 extra in addition to the $128.59 each paycheck, which is going to equal $138.59. I'm going to go ahead and round this number up to 139. That's going to be my extra payment per paycheck. This is how I do it. This is how I figure it out, okay? So now I'm going to figure out how much I'm paying total each month towards this. I pay $88 once a month, and I'll be paying $139 twice a month, for a total of $366 a month. And the goal is to have this paid by 2022. So in total for all these, let's see, I'll be paying off $62.80 plus $1430.80 plus $416.19. Okay. That's going to equal $3,909.79. So I'm going to just do this down here. $62.80 plus $1,430.80 plus $2,416.19. That's going to equal 3,300. Oh, I'm struggling. Okay, it's going to equal $3,909.79. I will have paid off this much amount of debt at the end of this year. Woo, 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 woo. I'll take it, okay? Because I cannot wait so I can start putting this money towards my envelopes instead of putting it towards this daggone debt. I'm ready to be debt free, y'all. But this is all I have for you today. This is how I'm going to pay off these 3 accounts by the end of 2021. And then once these are paid off, I can then move my focus to my remaining accounts and get those all paid off. And your girl will be debt free, y'all. I cannot wait. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Also, let me know down in the comments if you are on a debt-free journey. If so, do you follow a plan that is similar to this? Do you use the debt snowball method? How do you do it? And what is your goal? When do you want to have it paid off by? My next video I should be posting will be my budget with me, so keep an eye out for that. Hopefully I'll have that up around this weekend. But until next time, y'all, bye.